How do you feel about the passing of the school levy? Have you moved on since the levy outcome, or are you one of the many who still worry and fret? The need for our tax dollars is still rising, as well as the rate of unemployment. Maybe you or someone you know has been or is laid off during these tough economic times. Today I'd like to talk to you about, first, teacher salaries compared to other professions; second, ideas on how to cut back on spending in public schools; and finally, the state of the economy reflected through the city school levy. Many people around Shelby County area face foreclosure, job layoffs, and real estate tax jumps, and the Sidney city schools are in need of our help. The problem is that there is lack of knowledge regarding teacher salaries. No one believes current teacher salaries are the path to great wealth. However, most people don't realize that the average teacher salary is significantly higher than many other professional occupations requiring a 4-year degree. Depending on what you teach and where you teach, you'll find teacher salaries can be quite competitive. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, also known as the BLS, average teacher salaries for kindergarten through 12th grade positions range from a median of $47,040 a year for kindergarten teachers to over $52,500 a year for some secondary school positions, and those numbers just reflect the U.S. median. The problem is, according to a recent Manhattan Institute study of teacher salaries, public school teachers are paid 11% more than the average professional worker. The statistics also show that most public school teacher salaries are higher than their comparable private school counterparts. At over $34 an hour, according to 2005 BLS statistics, average teacher wages exceed that of many professionals. Accountants earn a median hourly wage of $27.89. Architects can earn a median hourly wage of $32.96. Civil engineers earn a median hourly wage of $33.41. Medical scientists earn $33.24. Fashion designers at $32.39. Even computer programmers, the architects of the internet age, earn a median hourly wage of $32.40. This is evidence that teachers can make a good living depending on their subject specialty and their state school district. In addition, these numbers don't take into account the benefits that most school districts offer their educators: comprehensive health and life insurance, as well as solid retirement and pension plans. Many school districts also offer opportunities for continuing education. How to cut back on spending in public schools is what I want to talk about next. Education in America is a flawed process. Organized labor has had a profound impact on public education. It has successfully created a labor-focused system, replacing a student-focused system to the detriment of American kids and our country's future. There is an Education Action Group Foundation which is rooted in the belief that competition, parental choice, and accountability come first. Those principles improve public education. Every dollar that comes into Sidney City Schools should be looked at carefully. Eliminating duplication would be a great place to start. Efficiency initiatives, including maintaining staff reductions, focusing spending on the classroom, maintaining energy conservation strategies in all school buildings, and streamlining personnel and practices and operations for transportation, food services, maintenance and custodial, maybe using a satellite program for food services instead of operating separate kitchens within the different school locations would be most helpful, since each building has its own kitchen currently. The sad part is that Sidney City Schools received millions of dollars in stimulus money already, and where did it all go? Taxpayers have grown weary of the excessive taxes they are being asked to pay. Many taxpayers have to plan for their own retirement, but have little money left because of the increasing tax burdens being placed on them. I'm sure that you can see the need for schools to cut back, and our nation's somber economic reality seems to be the main topic of discussion almost universally. Unfortunately, this situation is not something that will suddenly go away anytime soon, especially unemployment. In the past year, unemployment in Shelby County has gone up from 11 to 14%. That is a drastic jump for a small community, yet job seekers are trying to stay optimistic. On average, about 100 people come in daily looking for work. That is twice as many people as last year. Unemployment is at its worst in nearly 20 years. The Ohio Job and Family Services have individuals who are coming in that have been at their job for 20 to 30 years, and all of a sudden they're unemployed and they're looking for a place to work. With the school levy passing, many people in the Shelby County area face real estate tax jumps and people are struggling to make ends meet. The unemployment tax rate in Shelby County is at its highest ever, 14.4%, and homeowners do not know what their future will bring. You can see that it isn't difficult to accept the Sidney City School tax levy. Being an active participant within the community and remembering to vote is the only solution in the eyes of many. People don't hate Sidney City Schools, but they feel that the levy was too much. They are disappointed by the events that took place before and after the levy count. These taxpayers, as many others in the country, or many others in the county, are becoming more engaged in knowing where their money is being spent and how it is being spent. More importantly, they are comparing Sidney City Schools with other area schools similar in size to what the court pays per pupil and what test scores show as well. In conclusion, as you can see, it's not easy to move on. If concerned taxpayers could make a question of those who feel that it is time to move on, they might ask is there a magical little button that they can press to help them worry less about their financial problems. But then again, that's probably only available in the magical make-believe world called Move On. In summary, I've told you about the basis for teachers' salaries compared to other professions, ideas on how to cut back school spending, and finally, the state of the economy reflected through the city school levy. Again, being an active participant within the community and remembering to vote is the only solution in the eyes of many. In the end, ask yourself this: how do you feel about the passing of the school levy? Have you moved on since the levy outcome, or are you one of the many who still worry and fuss? What if you were one of the many who are laid off, have reduced your budget, family vacations, and have lost your home for many years? Do you feel that the school levy is worth it? I'm going to leave you with a short message from Robert Channon, the recently retired General Counsel for the National Education Association. Despite what some of us would like to believe, it is not because of our creative ideas, it is not because of the merit of our positions, it is not because we are about children, and it is not because we have a vision of a great public school for every child. The National Education Association and its affiliates are effective advocates because we have power. In no other profession are workers so insulated from accountability. It is time to make teachers nationwide responsible for their students' achievements. If you don't do a good job, then you should be out of a job. Save money for the City of Sidney schools. Maybe everyone should vote no next time around.